Hi guys, I know it's been a minute. How are you guys doing with everything that's going on? It's not a laughing matter. I'm just somebody who likes to be the light, especially when times seem so uncertain and dark. So I'm not laughing about the current circumstances of the world, but I am trying to do my part to raise the vibration. Sorry guys, I'm trying to light this Palo Santo. So if you hear clicking noises, it's the lighter. But I just wanted to check in. I'm going to do some collective energy. As you guys know, if you've been paying attention, school's out. For some people, I know in Washington State, as of now, our kids are out of school until April 24th. So you're going to hear a lot of screaming. But that also means that I have a lot more free time because I can't work as much as I was, and my kids are able to entertain themselves in their free time. When it's time for them to do work, they will, but in the meantime, I can do this while they do them. Okay? I ask that you come into this space, remove any negativity, any feelings of fear and doubt. Help us raise the vibration for the collective and bring messages of optimism, positivity. I don't know why this thing will not stay lit. I feel like my lighter is just giving out on me, and I'm just like, not today. I need you. So a couple things before I start shuffling the cards, okay, guys? I think I'm going to be reading in terms of feminine versus masculine, because I can definitely tell that there is some, let me go ahead and smoke you guys out a little bit. There is definitely some energy in the air where you can tell some of it is very feminine and some of it is very masculine. Okay. And I feel like the resistance is coming from the masculine side. So before I even get there, changes to the channel. I will still be doing messages in regards to your signs individually, but it feels like there's more of a message that needs to come out for the collective. So for the most part, I'll be focusing on collective messages with a little bit of individual signs sprinkled in there. Also, there's an evolution happening right now. So if you were born under a certain sign, like for me, I'm a Pisces, I feel more like I am evolving. I guess my North Node. So my North Node is in Taurus. And also I have an Aries stellium. So I have a lot of cardinal energy, a lot of Mars energy in my chart. So I feel myself evolving. I'm not so docile. I'm not so dreamy. Okay, I still have the tendency to do so because that is my Pisces is my sun sign. But I feel like for the most part, a lot of people are evolving, not so much just being their sun sign. Okay, guys, there's so much to talk about. I don't even know where to start. I have removed the ads from my videos because I kept getting this feeling like, let's not focus on the money. I'm not somebody who really cares. Money is just not the thing for me. Even with personal readings, I'm taking my website down. You will not find it in the description bar. I am offering personal readings, but it's more like, what question do you need answered? And then whatever you can tip, whatever you feel that your question is worth, or whatever you can afford without hurting your pockets or taking advantage of me and my energy, go ahead and send that as a tip for a answer to your question. Okay, that information will be in the description box, but I'm not necessarily doing full on personal readings. I don't have the energy to do that individually right now. I feel like I need to be focused more on collective energy. Also, I took a while to come back because I really wanted the people that don't necessarily belong on my channel to remove themselves. I've never wanted to be somebody who has thousands and thousands and thousands of subscribers, because I feel like people just speculate, and I don't want to be that channel that is just like people are here for the wrong reasons. Basically, I will not be focusing on love readings. If love comes up, we'll talk about that, but I feel like it's more a necessity to heal. And I got stuck in the love readings for a while. So love readings for me started back in Libra season. It might have been Virgo, but I feel like it was Libra season. And ever since then, I've been stuck in this loop of doing love readings. And it felt like I was in a love triangle with a lot of you guys. You, your person, and then me. And a lot of the time, the information that was coming out was very toxic. It felt like I don't want to be that channel where it's like, oh, this person fucked up and they know it. Like, I don't want to be that person, okay? I don't want to be the person that's telling you what you already know. If you know you're a good person, you know they lost a good thing, good riddance, you know, they're gone. Let's move forward. So I want to focus on healing. I want to focus on positivity. I want to focus on things that really matter. Let's leave the old in the past and put one foot in front of the other so that we can continue walking the path that we signed up to walk. Okay. I think that covers everything. Oh, Aries season is, it's supposed to begin on Saturday, the 21st, but a lot of people are saying it's beginning today, March 19th. I've always thought that Aries season is the 21st, but so the sun has entered Aries, and the moon, there will be a new moon in Aries on Tuesday, March 24th. Okay. The deer is here, earth energy, and very nurturing, right? Motherly energy. With the phoenix at the bottom of the deck, this is a very appropriate energy that's trying to come out right now. It's almost like a tower moment so that things can begin to heal. Okay, so you see how the phoenix is rising up from darkness. Then we have the root to the sacral, to the solar plexus, to the heart. Okay, so a lot of people, again, in my last reading, I was talking about softening, allowing yourself to be cracked open, allowing yourself to be taken down to the trenches, okay, so that you can rise above and end up where you're supposed to be. So I feel like that last reading could have been actually about what's happening right now, and not so much about individual things as far as work and relationships and stuff. I'm sure that this whole pandemic has caused a rift in some households. It's caused some panic as far as your stability goes, but it's all necessary. Okay, there's definitely a rising up, and I feel like Mother Nature is doing her thing to purge anything that just doesn't work for her anymore. It's like putting an end to a cycle of anything that was toxic or harmful. Okay, so what I really wanted to do, first I want to touch bases with the empaths. I'll be sure to leave a timestamp in the comments below. Empaths, I feel like all eyes are on you. I feel like you're somebody who's very attractive to the collective right now because you're somebody who's trying to keep the vibration high. I feel like you're trying to promote and present as a positive energy so that people can raise the vibration, because fear is a low vibration. When you live in a low vibrational energy, you are actually opening yourself up to a world of sickness. You're very vulnerable in the lower vibrational, on the lower frequency. Okay, so I feel like empaths are presenting as the lamb, working together with Mother Nature. Okay, allowing Mother Nature to do what needs to be done, and then doing your job to send out good vibes, to lift people up, because you know that well, for one, if you're an empath, you can feel what other people are feeling, and if people are feeling panic and fear, it's going to make you frazzled. It's not going to allow you to do what you need to do, which is lift everybody up out of that energy. Okay, so I do feel like you're doing your part to work with Mother Nature and raise people out of fear, out of the low vibration, but you're also not forcing it. It's more one of those things that's just like, I can only do what I can do. I can only control what I can control. And I do definitely feel like there's like this sense of trying to be balanced. There's a little bit of uncertainty. I do feel like there is a little bit of panic, like nervousness, because I feel like you're beginning to feel small, like your voice is not being heard, but that's not true. Okay, the way I'm seeing it is like you're coming off as this radiant being, this person that has all this positive energy and light, and people are paying attention. They want to hear what you have to say. They're very attracted to you. They feel like what you're saying makes sense. But I do feel like for the empaths, I do feel like you feel like your voice is either getting lost because there's so much, there's like saturation of panic, and you're trying to just give a different perspective. Like, let's look at it like this way instead of that way. Very innocent. I feel like the empaths are being very innocent and trying to do their job to keep things aligned. But I definitely feel like it's not as aligned as you would like for it to be. Like you see here, there's a little bit of distortion. It's not as lined up as it could be. So, but at the same time, I'm also feeling like you can see, like this whole thing is allowing you to see the faults in humanity even. Like you can see where things are not as perfect as they could be. Okay? Like a heightened sense of awareness. Now, how is... that was for the empaths. So the people, anybody that is sort of in fear right now, panic, how are they presenting? I tried to do this reading last night and I was just not in a space of where I should have been doing. Yeah, raccoon at the bottom of the deck. So the people that are not empaths, I feel like you just kind of want to like run away and hide, or you're just ready for it to be over so things can go back to being normal. A lot of earth energy here. So this is all, wow, you guys. Wow. Anybody who's not an empath is coming off as the frog, vulture, and crow. And the overall energy is the raccoon. With the frog, I'm getting very, you know how frogs hop around, okay? It feels like you guys are moving in the opposite direction instead of moving forward. I also get this feeling that you're allowing your environment to penetrate your state of mind. Like you're allowing that fear to sink in, because you see how it's dark up here and light down here. Like you're trying to be somebody who's not afraid, but you're allowing fear to reign on you, sort of. And also I feel like some of you are over consuming the knowledge that's being put out on the internet, like whatever memes, or not even memes. There's a lot of information that circulates the internet, not just now, always. There's always been information that circulates the internet that's not necessarily true. It's like people come up with their own facts, and instead of fact checking, a lot of people will just take that information and run with it. So anybody who's not an empath is coming off as all over the place, okay? And it's because you're taking all of the information in instead of deciphering what's real and what's not. And you have the option to rise above it. You have the option to be above everything that is going on in the fear, like in the low frequency. You don't have to be there. I do feel like some of you need to take a step away from social media, because it's almost like your energy is being depleted and it's causing panic and fear. These are very dark cards. We have Mother Nature working with the empaths, or vice versa. The empaths working with Mother Nature. Both earth signs presenting as earth signs, okay? And they're very green, so the heart chakra, very colorful, very positive. And then the people that are not so empathetic, it's like you want to be. You see the color there on the world. And even the frog, you're not somebody who's supposed to be naturally fearful, okay? There's a lot of dark energy here. A lot of dark energy here. If you're somebody who's not an empath, it's almost like you are looking towards the people that are empathetic and hanging on to their every word even. So I do feel like that could be where your color is coming in, because it ties in more with the lamb and the deer. So when you are getting information, it's like you get that little bit of hope from what those people are saying, from the people that are looking at things from a glass half full standpoint versus the others that are trying to cause panic. But I still feel like even though you're getting that little bit of positivity, you're still allowing fear and doubt and panic to seep in, okay? Yeah, it's playing with your emotions. What's funny is the two outsides are air and the middle is water. So there could be some conversations, or your thought process is really messing with your emotions. Now, the raccoon at the bottom of the deck is earth. So in the world as of now, where the lamb is trying to be positive and work with Mother Nature, those who are not empathetic are being very dark. Not even being very dark, but you're sort of just hiding and lingering in a very low vibrational space where you don't have to be. Okay. so let's do this. Empaths, I want to tell you guys to make sure that you are taking a ton of showers and salt baths. Make sure you make time for yourself, because if you're out here trying to lift everybody else up, you could deplete yourself of energy very quickly. So make sure that you're taking care of yourself in the process of trying to take care of everybody else. For everyone else, the advice that I want to tell you is that you're here for a reason. You're experiencing this time for a reason, and that is because you have family, ancestors that had to go through much worse times and they survived. If they hadn't, you wouldn't be here. So that is something that I want to tell you guys, just to kind of ease your mind. We have our lineage, where we come from, has survived much worse times, and had they not survived that, you wouldn't be here today. So don't let your people down, don't let your ancestors down by giving into fear. Okay, raise your vibration. That's where your ancestors are. Trust that you have a team of spirits and ancestors and loved ones that you can't even see, that are trying to rally around to lift you up out of a vibration that just doesn't work with this energy of healing. Okay. That being said, let's just get a quick message. Now, the message that I got last night was that there is a resistance happening from the masculine standpoint, where, and it could honestly be the patriarchy. It could be that the patriarchy, our government, things that have been put in place are being destroyed, and they're resisting that change because it feels like they're losing control. Whereas the feminine energy that came out last night was very much so, like the Empress came out with the world. So it was just like, this way of doing things is not going to work anymore. It's time to heal and restart. Like, we're closing this cycle of working against the flow, because the King of Wands also came out, where he is sort of making things harder than it needs to be. Okay. Bottom of the deck is the Four of Cups. So there's that resistance again. Okay, Four of Cups talks about rejection. Four of Cups talks about, I feel like it does talk about fear. Like, there could be a rejection to something new. You see how there's 3 cups here on the floor with him, and then 1 up high, but he's not choosing to touch any of them. The 1 up high would be the Ace of Cups, and then we have the 3 of Cups here, celebration. But instead of this person actually accepting the cup, they're choosing to either harp on the past, fear, right? Like, something that happened in the past is causing them, and look, there's the 3 of Cups right there. Something in the past caused this person to feel like they don't want to accept whatever is being offered, or they don't want to open up emotionally, or whatever the case may be. Underneath that is the 7 of Wands. So that barrier, that wall up, that defense mechanism. Okay. And then death is right underneath that. So Plutonian energy, Scorpio energy, death, transformation, rebirth. Okay. The cards that come out: Wheel of Fortune and the 7 of Swords in reverse. So yeah, the wheel has turned. Things that people were trying to get away with in the past are things that people have gotten away with in the past. This 4 of Cups energy of rejection, rejecting things that seem too good to be true, rejecting things. It feels like self-sabotage, okay? It's almost like what is being said is that wheel, that cycle has closed. There's no need to self-sabotage. Just let things flow. Don't hurt yourself by having your guard up against what is trying to make its way to you. I want to clarify this. Clarify the 7 of Swords, please. Clarify the 7 of Swords in reverse. What was that? The Chariot tried to pop out, which is Cancerian energy. Also talks about moving at lightning speed. So very steadfast change occurring, which could honestly be this virus. We can choose to look at this virus as a gift or a curse, right? Because of this thing that's spreading so rapidly across the world, a lot of us have had to stay home. We've had to reconnect with friends and family, neighbors that we may have been moving too quickly to engage with in the past. Okay, what's the Seven of Swords in reverse? What is the Seven of Swords in reverse? I think what they're saying is that there is just there was a quick turnaround, or the turnaround is going to be quick, where things may have felt like manipulative or very strategic. It's like, oh no, there's going to be a change. So there's no need to have your guard up against it. Can we please clarify the Seven of Swords? Why is the Seven of Swords in reverse for the collective? Let me just... Sorry if this is loud, guys. I wanted to do the reading from my room the other day, and it's like no matter where I go in the house, the kids somehow find a way to be close, so I can't find complete silence. Queen of Wands at the bottom of the deck. Yeah. So what I was saying about how the King of Wands came out last night, and it was like he was working harder than he needed to instead of going with the flow. With the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords, the choice is now here to be open. Okay. Underneath the Queen of Wands is the Ace of Pentacles. So whatever work you've put in, if you're somebody who has operated more in your feminine energy, whether you're male or female, somebody who's nurtured, somebody who's planted seeds, somebody who's tried to do the work instead of be lazy or know that you're supposed to be doing something but choosing not to. If you're somebody that's been open to change and transformation, your spirituality, whatever the case may be, I feel like you now have the option to, because we have the Five of Wands and the Two of Swords. Okay, so a decision, fighting. You have the option to stop fighting, to lay down your swords, lay down your wands, and allow the wheel to turn, because it's in the upright. The Wheel of Fortune's in the upright, so in your favor. And with the Queen of Wands, with the Ace of Pentacles, it seems like whatever it is that you need at this time is being taken care of for you. So whatever worries you have, I feel like cast them to the side. For whatever you feel like you have to be strategic about, you can let it go. Just let things flow right now. Let the world do what it needs to do. And if she can do that, if Mother Nature can just purge what doesn't work, you also become one with Mother Nature. Follow her lead. Flow. Let things leave that just don't work. What else can you tell the collective at this time? More messages for the collective, please. I'm seeing this Empress energy, so I definitely feel like it feels like people need to tap into their feminine energy, because I feel like what's happening is the divine feminine rising up and saying enough is enough. There's also a need to be very, have gratitude at this time. Things could be so much worse. And I know somebody's going to disagree with that, but things could really be so much worse. Is it so bad that you have to stay home? Is it so bad that you have to miss work? Is it so bad that you can't go to the bar? Is it so bad that your kids are home with you? You know, ask yourself these questions. And instead of harboring resentment, show gratitude. You get to spend time with your kids. You get to reconnect with them. You get to spend time with your spouse or friends or whatever, people that you don't hardly ever get to see, because as a society we've become so introverted. Social media has become the social norm. And now it's like people are going out talking to their neighbors, walking around their neighborhood. And instead of taking the outdoors for granted by being shut in, we're going out and walking around our neighborhoods. You know what I mean? Maybe taking care of that garden in your backyard. Ten of Swords came out in the reverse. Okay, I don't know why I feel like this is for Mother Nature. Like, as many times as she's been stabbed in the back, it's like pulling those knives out of her back. If there's this overwhelming feeling of healing happening right now. Six of Swords or Six of Cups at the bottom of the deck with the Hierophant. Some of you guys need to pursue something that you've always wanted to. Like, this is a time where what you've always wanted to do, you should look into either reading up on it, learning more about it, connecting with people that you've always felt a tie to, but maybe it didn't seem like they fit into your world. And I'm saying that because the Hierophant is supposed to represent structure, but the box is off. So it's like, instead of keeping things confined to a box, allow that stuff to come up and out. Allow your imagination to run wild. Allow yourself to pursue the people and things that you've always wanted to, but maybe didn't have the opportunity to, or didn't feel like you could or should. What's this Ten of Swords in reverse about? What's cool though is that the 7 and 10 of Swords are in the reverse. The only card that came out in the upright is the Wheel of Fortune. Okay, so I definitely feel like a cycle has completed and things are getting ready to turn around, and it's going to be like a quick turnaround. There's that Queen of Wands again at the bottom of the deck. The Moon and the Knight of Cups. Yeah, I feel like something or someone has been heavy on your mind. A lot of you guys may be having very vivid dreams, especially Pisces season. Neptune was in Pisces, which naturally rules Pisces. So the dream space could have been very vivid. A lot of you may have gotten a lot of downloads in your sleep, especially if you're an empath. It's almost like sleep wasn't even sleep. Like that, when you're supposed to be sleeping and resting, even that wasn't rest. It feels like you guys were getting dreams so vivid that it was like waking up, trying to decipher what the dream meant, and then implementing it into your plan to raise the vibration the next day. Okay, so I get this feeling that empaths are very exhausted. But I don't feel like you're giving up. It's just that you guys need to remember to take care of yourself. There's a lot of water here. If you're somebody who's empathetic, I think you need to make sure that you're cleansing yourself and your space regularly so that you can transmute the energy instead of holding on to it. Make sure that you can separate your own feelings from those that are around you or the energy that you're taking in. Some people have a really big job right now. Like, there's a lot of dependence on people who are naturally high vibrational. But it feels like a balancing act. Like, it feels like you're trying to, if you're somebody who's naturally high vibrational, an empath, always trying to make others see the light at the end of the tunnel, it feels like, yes, you're offering your cup of positivity to others, but you're also very like protective of, trying to be protective of your energy. And I think it's because you can tell that people are grabbing, like vultures, grabbing at you for your energy. But it's because you're coming off as this person. You're coming off as a light in the dark. You're coming off as the light at the end of the tunnel for some of you. Like, your spirituality, your grace, doesn't have to be a female, even though it's a queen. It doesn't have to be a female. Your spirituality and grace is like unmatched to some people. Like, they can't take their eyes off of you. They're wondering how you're doing it. How are you so open to what's happening right now? How are you not breaking down like everyone else? Yeah, it's causing confusion. I feel like people are confused about how you're able to be so graceful, so peaceful, so unmoved, unbothered by what's going on around you. So, and I do feel like you're either a fire sign or water sign. A lot of, or you could be an air sign. There's not very much earth here, with the exception of the animal spirits. I feel like water signs, for sure, are taking on a huge load to raise the vibration. Aquarius seems to be like, because we're entering the age of Aquarius, and Aquarius is the forward-thinking sign, the water bearers, the healers, right? They represent the star and the tarot. So Aquarius, water signs, I feel like Sagittarius also could be really affected by, not affected by, but like trying to keep the vibration high, trying to make people laugh, trying to keep things optimistic. Yeah. Those are the main signs that I'm picking up. So all water signs, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Aquarius, and Sagittarius, I feel like are the most affected energy wise, because they're trying to give so much of themselves, trying to nurture so much of the collective, trying to bring people up out of darkness, fear, trying to do their job to work with Mother Nature instead of against. I need to tell you guys a story. So one of the dreams that I had a few dreams that stand out the most to me over this last month. The first dream was me standing on top of a volcano and trying to keep it from blowing because it wanted to erupt. But it wasn't just like one, it was like multiple craters that I was trying to prevent from blowing over. And I had no idea what it meant. I ended up getting locked up because I was trying to stop them from blowing. And I ended up talking to the sheriff. It was like a little small town. So it was just me in the jail cell. And the sheriff was like, why were you doing that? What were you up to? And I was trying to explain to him that I didn't want it to blow because I feared for the rest of I feared for people that were in close proximity. I was released and I heard a voice, which I'm assuming was my spirit team or a spirit guide that was just like, it had to happen that way. And you'll understand why later. I'm going to show you guys these in a second. And I'm naturally a very fiery person because, as you guys know, I have a lot of Aries in my chart. I'm a Scorpio rising. So I have a lot of Mars energy, and I was pissed that I was locked away for trying to do something to help others. Okay. So when I heard that, calm down, it had to happen that way. You'll understand why later. I let it go and I woke up after I heard that voice. Okay. Now I didn't have any dreams that I can remember. Between that day and the next dream that I got was probably a week later. And this time I was underground. It was very dark. There was a lot of people, and it was me and my best guy friend, who's not my husband. My husband is my best friend, but I have another friend that I've known longer. That's a guy. And we're just always on the same page. So it was he and I. We have this candle. We're trying to figure out how to get everybody out of this dark space, this cave, this wherever we were. Okay. And it almost reminded me of the game Mario, where there's like a level where you're underground. It's very dark. You don't know what's going to happen under there. So I couldn't figure out what to take away from that because I woke up before we could get out of the cave. So the next day I watched a video by somebody. Her name is The Conjure Queen. She's on YouTube if you guys want to check her out. And she was talking about how she had a dream, and a lot of her friends were telling her that they had a dream very similar. So that's when I paid attention. I was like, well, let me see what it is, because it sounds like a collaborative dream for the collective of light workers or whatever. So she was saying how she was in a cave with a lot of people. Okay. Her friends, family, and some other people that she doesn't really know. And she can't remember how, but they were able to get out of the tunnel and or the cave and out into light. And she was saying that what she took away from that was that the people that choose to be in fear are the ones that are in the cave, and the people who are in the light are the people that are choosing to raise the vibration. Okay, so now I'm connecting the dots between the dream that I had of trying to get out of the cave and the first dream of me trying to keep the volcano from blowing. So I'm thinking that first dream where I was trying to keep the volcano from blowing and I got locked up as a result, and spirit saying it had to happen that way, could have possibly been you were already out of the cave. Okay. And you're trying to save the world or save all these people who are choosing not to do the same thing. It's almost like they want to stay there. I naturally want to help people. I don't want somebody to stay in harm's way or in danger if they don't have to. So, and then the second dream when I was in the cave, it was almost like I went backwards. Like I went from being out of the cave and trying to save everybody to now I'm inside the cave. So it's almost like don't get too close. That's another reason why I have been absent from YouTube. My energy has been too spread thin. And again, I'm not somebody who wants to have hundreds and thousands of followers. I'm just not, I've never felt like I'm somebody who could speak to that many people because I don't want to. There's no way it's going to resonate with that many people. So the people that are, that do resonate with me, I'm glad you're sticking around. I'm glad that we connect. Okay. Anyways, if you guys can take anything else away from that dream, let me know in the comments down below and we'll go from there. The cards that come out are the 6 of coins. So that reciprocal energy, what you put out is what you get back. So if you're somebody who's been doing the work, you can expect to see a return on your investment here soon. 10 of Cups, it could be in the form of a relationship or just happiness all around, like just feeling free, feeling like you are on top of the world, feeling like everything that you want, you get, or you're showing mass amounts of gratitude and feeling emotionally stable and abundant. Okay. And then the Hierophant, Taurus energy, structure. Some of you guys, it looks like some of you guys have done something to get what you want as far as either a relationship or a job or even a home. For some of you, it's a home. There could be some reevaluation happening. Like, okay, I planted these seeds so long ago. I've been working on this thing for so long. Do I still want that? Or is there something else about it that I want to change? Bottom of the deck is the 7 of coins with the 2 of wands. Yeah, so I was right. So it feels like some of you are uncertain. And I feel like that's, again, self-sabotage because you're getting everything that you planted the seeds for, everything that you wanted. There's no reason for you to ask yourself, do I really want this still? Because you planted those seeds for a reason. Go back to that moment where you wanted that husband or wanted that wife or wanted that home or wanted whatever you wanted, because those are the seeds that you planted and now you're getting that return. Okay. And it does cause emotional abundance, but I feel like you are possibly going to self-sabotage a good thing because, again, there could be a little bit of a guard up. Some of you guys could be scared or second guessing a home or a job because with the way things are going in the world right now, you're not sure if that's going to be enough. Like, am I going to make enough at that job? Am I going to have a job? It has a lot to do with stability. That's what it is. But I feel like telling you guys not to worry. I don't know why I'm getting that. Can we clarify this Hierophant? Why is this Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? Why is the Hierophant here? Did something flip? Why is the Hierophant here for the collective? Have you guys been having any weird dreams? Oh yeah, see, same thing I said. There's some confusion about whether or not you still want this. And I got that feeling because of the way he's opening the box. The Hierophant is very, because it's Taurus energy, it's fixed. It's like, I know what I want. I figured out what I want and I want it. And it's like, I don't feel like he's closing the lid on this box. I feel like he's opening it up to like ask himself, okay, everything that I planted in here, everything I put in this box, do I still want that? Okay, so that's why the Hierophant is coming out with these 2 cards that are supposed to represent reciprocity and emotional abundance and stability. Okay, so it could be self-sabotage because you're second guessing what you planted. 3 of Pentacles is at the bottom of the deck with the Queen of Wands. Okay, so this is you working with spirit. It's partnership. It is stability. It's trusting that you have created a foundation for yourself that's going to be able to hold you up. That's going to, everything is coming full circle is what I want to say. Yeah, everything is coming full circle. What you brought to the table and what somebody else brings to the table, it's like it brings things full circle. And it doesn't have to be a romantic partner. It could be friends. It could be coworkers. It could be whatever. But I do feel like, or it could be humanity. It could be Mother Nature and then people from all parts of the world coming together to heal. Okay, being open to the process and then allowing it to spark a new beginning for everyone. If that's not the case for you, it could be like, if you're looking at it more from a you point of view instead of collectively, it sounds like it's more you and another coming together and things coming full circle. But as a collective reading, it looks like humanity is coming together. It's almost like Mother Nature is pushing everybody together. Like, we're going to bring this thing full circle so that we can close the cycle on what just didn't work anymore. And I need you all to be open to this change instead of second guessing it, instead of wondering what the hell's going on and being confused. Allow things to flow. So what is the final message here for the collective? And then I'm going to get one card from Ganesha that can help us move forward, because I'm looking at this virus, I'm choosing to look at it as a blessing and being grateful for what I do, being grateful for having extra time with my kids and my husband and everything. But for some people, they're seeing it as a blockage. They're seeing it as an obstacle. So the message from Ganesha will give us advice. Okay. 3 of Swords. Bottom of the deck is the Knight of Swords. So I feel like some people are either resisting change, running away from change, or your mind is racing 1,000,000 miles per second. You're not able to grasp what's happening right now. We're going to clarify this though. Why the 3 of Swords? Why is the 3 of Swords the final message for the collective? Why is the 3 of Swords the final message for the collective? The Star. Wow, with the Devil at the bottom of the deck. You see how they're wrapped in this fabric and being made to sit still? Ooh, you guys. Wow. Okay, so you guys know the Devil represents Capricorn energy, only because it's ruled by Saturn. Okay, so there could be some tough lessons, but also rewarding lessons if you learn. Like, it could be there's a reward in the tough lesson if you learned your lesson. The Devil coming out, well, the Devil being at the bottom of the deck with the Star coming out, it's almost like the toxicity that people are resisting is, I feel like it's a mirror in a way. Like, people are seeing how toxic we have been to each other, what kind of situations we put ourselves in with other people that we should have let go of, even if it hurt. Okay. Even if it hurt to let something or someone go, it's almost like it's healing, especially because the Star came out to clarify the 3 of Swords. So what you may have felt bound to, what you may have felt was like you couldn't shake it, it's like cutting the cords from those things and healing from it. But it also feels like the Devil is working, like the Devil energy is working with the healing energy, like constantly showing you or reminding you, constantly reminding you of the toxicity you've already endured, reminding you of this heartbreak so that you can continue to heal. Okay. I know that sounds crazy, like the Devil energy, toxic energy is working with healing. Yes, because it's a constant reminder. It's like this energy is in the back of your mind. Some of you guys are stuck at home with somebody that you should have left a long time ago. Like, the government has ordered a shut-in and you're stuck with this person in the house, and you're starting to realize or remember why you need to let them go and heal from them. For others of you, I don't know why I'm hearing food. Others of you, you may have been gluttonous or something and sitting at home and not being able to move your body. You're starting to realize things about yourself or your situation, like a situation that you're in. So yes, the Devil energy is working with the healing energy. I know it sounds weird, but that's how it's happening. There's a lot that suggests needing to stand still because there is a healing taking place. The Devil, Page of Cups, and the Hanged Man. There's some maturing that needs to happen within a lot of us emotionally. It could have to do with your inner child. Like, why are you allowing things to be in your energy that are going to hurt you? Why do you stay somewhere where it's toxic for you? So yeah, we're being made to sit still, slow down, reevaluate, and heal our inner child. So let's see what Ganesha has to say about all of this, because I love him. I love his block busting advice, because, you know, he's an elephant, and elephants use their trunk to move objects on their path out of their way. And that's exactly what Ganesha does for the collective when we get a message from him. Guys, I don't know why I'm seeing, and I'm hearing divine timing. I'm seeing the, you know, the timer with the sand in it. I'm seeing that. This thing is not going to last forever, you guys. Whatever you're feeling, this feeling of fear and anxiety and panic, it's not going to last forever. But there's definitely divine timing at play right now. I don't know why I'm being shown that and hearing divine timing, but there's divine timing at play. You're being made to sit still and look at what is in your energy that doesn't belong, and also evaluate why you're allowing it to be in your energy, because it has to do with healing your inner child. Just as Mother Nature is healing herself, she's forcing the collective to heal themselves. Heal yourself, heal your situation, heal whatever you need to heal. Just heal it. Please get messages from Ganesha. Advice for the collective. I feel like this is going to bring clarity for a lot of us, because I'm being shown that Ace of Swords, and there's a light shown on the Ace of Swords. So somebody's been seeking some clarity, and I definitely feel like you can get it somewhere. There's got to be a piece of information, a nugget of information that gives you some clarity, either in this message from Ganesha or throughout this entire reading. There's something. If you feel like you didn't get the message, try to go back and watch it again. There's something here. Joy is at the bottom of the deck. That card does not mean what you think it means. It is asking you to choose to focus on the light instead of the dark, though. What comes out? Generosity. Be kind to one another, you guys. Don't take from people who are in need because you want to be gluttonous or over prepared. Some people need stuff too. Like, it's not just you that needs stuff. All right, let's see what it has to say. Compassion for others is a natural result of being aware and conscious of your own feelings. Now, when you are generous in spirit, you take complete responsibility for your life. Work with Ganesha to assist you with stepping up to do the right thing. This is especially important when you are filled with fear and conflicting feelings. Respect others and live a conscious life. Champion others, support them, and actively want them to succeed. Living from this space will create an open heart and mind that will touch anyone who comes into your presence. Be tolerant of ideas and behaviors that may not align with your own thoughts. Spend more time looking at what is good and positive in someone else rather than what you judge as negative or bad. Embrace others' differences. Give freely and from your heart. Choose to no longer manipulate and do not do favors with strings attached. As you continue to give, you may find that you no longer envy others. You will be able to give easily and at the same time receive when the same is offered to you. This will go a long way to eliminating the feeling of being separated from others, and you may find yourself genuinely happy. Look for and assume the best in people and treat others with respect and acceptance. Okay? So yeah, this all plays in, and I feel like this is all divine. Okay, divine is saying there needs to be more compassion amongst people, amongst one another. Don't take because you can. Take what you need and allow others to get what they need also, because the world does not revolve just around a single person. It's a collective energy. All right, so these are the messages that I have for the collective. I'm going to try to do messages for the feminine versus the masculine, and then I guess I will jump into signs as they come to me. But right now the energy that I'm being pushed to do readings on is collective, and then individually feminine versus masculine. If you need a personal reading, if you have questions that you need answered for yourself, again, the information on how to set something up is in the description box below. There's not necessarily a booking. There is only a there will be an email address, and we'll go from there with you sending whatever tip or donation you feel your question is worth. Okay, I love you guys so much. Please be kind to one another, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye, guys.